Love, risk, and attachment styles. You think you chose your attachment style. You didn't. You believe your relationship patterns are personal. You believe your fear of intimacy, your need for closeness, your discomfort with vulnerability, all of it is about your childhood. And yes, your family matters. But here's the uncomfortable layer beneath that. Your country shaped how your family loved, which means it shaped how you love. Attachment theory tells us we develop secure, anxious, avoidant, or disorganized patterns based on early caregiving. That's true. But caregiving itself is culturally scripted. Parents do not raise children in psychological isolation. They raise them inside national norms about hierarchy, independence, emotional expression, gender roles, and risk. Which means attachment style is not just personal. It is national imprint, running through your nervous system. The mechanism: how nations influence attachment. Attachment is fundamentally about two questions. Is closeness safe? Is independence safe? Different societies answer those questions differently. Collectivist cultures often emphasize interdependence, family cohesion, and group loyalty. Individualist cultures emphasize autonomy, self-reliance, and personal freedom. Scarcity-oriented societies heighten fear of loss and instability. Status-driven societies attach love to achievement. Authority-oriented societies attach love to obedience and respect. You grew up inside one of these emotional climates, and it shaped how your nervous system interprets intimacy. Cross-cultural data suggests the core attachment system is universal. Humans everywhere bond. But the distribution of styles shifts across cultures. Some societies produce more anxious attachment. Some produce more avoidant patterns. Some foster secure interdependence, but with strong boundaries around emotional expression. You do not just fear abandonment because of one breakup. You may fear it because you were raised in a society where stability is fragile. You do not just avoid intimacy because of one rejection. You may avoid it because autonomy was moralized. Love is never just love. It is imprint meeting imprint. Korea, hierarchy, Han, and quiet commitment. In South Korea, relational norms are shaped by hierarchy, family expectation, and cultural concepts like Han, deep, internalized sorrow, or resentment. Relationships often carry implicit duty. Commitment is serious. Family approval matters. Status compatibility matters. Love is not purely individual, it is social. This produces strong bonds, but also pressure. When hierarchy exists inside intimacy, vulnerability can be complicated. Expressing dissatisfaction may feel disruptive. Resentment may accumulate silently. Partners may remain together out of duty rather than emotional openness. The nervous system learns, commitment is serious, conflict is risky. Endurance is noble. This can produce stability. It can also produce emotional restraint. Risk tolerance in relationships may be low. Breaking up may feel socially costly, which means some individuals stay longer than they should. Love becomes intertwined with obligation. The United States: vulnerability and the fear of enmeshment. The US narrative emphasizes self-expression and personal growth. Therapy culture encourages emotional articulation. Partners are encouraged to communicate openly. Independence remains core. This produces high emotional literacy, but it also produces attachment tension. Autonomy is sacred. Dependence can feel threatening. Individuals may oscillate between craving closeness and guarding independence. In such contexts, avoidant attachment may increase. Not because individuals lack love, but because independence was moralized. At the same time, high emotional expressiveness can intensify anxious attachment. If vulnerability is constant, insecurity becomes visible quickly. Breakups may be frequent. Exploration is normalized. Marriage may be delayed. Commitment becomes a choice rather than an inevitability. This creates freedom. It also creates instability. The nervous system learns, you are responsible for your own fulfillment, which can feel empowering or isolating. China: harmony, authority, and quiet stability. In China, collectivist values and authority loyalty shape relational dynamics. Family cohesion is central. Parents often play active roles in matchmaking and marital expectations. Harmony is prioritized over confrontation. Conflict may be indirect. Partners may suppress dissatisfaction to maintain stability. The result? Low divorce historically, high endurance, strong extended family support. But suppressed conflict can erode intimacy over time. If expressing dissatisfaction risks destabilizing the family system, issues remain unspoken. The nervous system learns. Closeness is safe. Conflict is dangerous. This fosters interdependence. It can also foster emotional stagnation. Love becomes stable, but sometimes quiet. Australia, egalitarian independence. Australia blends individualism with egalitarian ethos. Partners are expected to be equals. Authority within relationships is discouraged. Independence is valued. But extreme hustle culture is less dominant than in the US. This can produce relatively secure attachment patterns. Closeness is allowed. Autonomy is respected. However, emotional expression may remain understated compared to American therapeutic culture. Partners may avoid overt emotional intensity. The nervous system learns. Dependence is acceptable, but not dramatic. This fosters balanced attachment in many cases. But subtle emotional reserve may persist. Scarcity and fear of loss in love. Beyond collectivism and individualism lies scarcity imprint. If you grew up in a society shaped by war, economic instability, or migration trauma, your relationship nervous system may carry heightened caution. You may fear abandonment disproportionately. You may cling, or you may detach preemptively. Scarcity teaches, loss is possible, which means attachment may be guarded. Parents shaped by scarcity may overprotect children. Children internalize hypervigilance. In adulthood, this may manifest as anxious attachment or avoidant self-sufficiency. Love becomes risk, and risk feels dangerous. Strengths and blind spots. Collectivist loyalty offers deep relational security, extended family support, long-term commitment. But risks, suppressed needs, conflict avoidance, obligation over authenticity. Individualist autonomy offers personal growth, emotional articulation, flexible partnership models. But risks, intimacy avoidance, chronic dissatisfaction, disposable relationships. Scarcity caution offers stability seeking, careful partner selection, strong commitment once chosen. But risks, chronic anxiety, fear-based decision-making, control tendencies. Your attachment style is not random. It reflects your culture's survival strategy. Intergenerational transmission. Parents pass down not just affection, they pass down fear. If your grandparents survived war, they may have prioritized stability. If your parents grew up in hyper-competitive systems, they may attach worth to achievement in relationships. If your culture stigmatized divorce, emotional dissatisfaction may be minimized. These patterns embed deeply. You may repeat them without realizing. Attachment is rarely just about you. It is about lineage, and lineage is national. Risk and vulnerability. Some cultures frame vulnerability as strength. Others frame it as weakness. If you were raised in a restraint culture, expressing emotional need may feel shameful. If you were raised in expressive culture, withholding emotion may feel cold. Cross-cultural couples often misinterpret each other. One partner may appear distant. The other may appear overwhelming. But often they are simply speaking different emotional dialects. Relational strain under hierarchy. In hierarchical cultures, gender roles may influence attachment patterns. Men may suppress vulnerability. Women may internalize emotional labor. Resentment accumulates, but hierarchy discourages confrontation. This creates quiet dissatisfaction. And dissatisfaction transmitted quietly becomes generational. The provocative truth. You may not be bad at love. You may be culturally conditioned. You may not be clingy. You may be scarcity trained. You may not be cold. You may be autonomy trained. You may not fear commitment. You may fear social consequence. You may not avoid vulnerability. You may have been taught it destabilizes harmony. Love is biological. Attachment is shaped. And national imprint is one of its architects. Attachment imprint quiz and rewrite. Part 1. Quick reflection assessment. Rate 1 to 5 your agreement with the following. I feel uneasy when I depend too much on others. I worry my partner will leave. I prefer to handle emotional distress alone. Conflict makes me anxious and I avoid it. I need frequent reassurance. I feel suffocated when someone gets too close. I prioritize harmony over confrontation. I equate stability with love. Now reflect. Which of these patterns reflect family dynamics? Which reflect national culture? Part 2. Rewrite exercise. Choose one recurring relational pattern. For example, I avoid conflict to keep peace. Ask, where did I learn this? What cultural value supports this behavior? Now design a hybrid alternative. For example, I will address conflict directly but respectfully, preserving harmony without suppressing needs. The goal is not to reject your imprint. It is to refine it. Toward relational sovereignty, secure attachment is not absence of culture. It is flexible integration. You can maintain collectivist loyalty while expressing needs. You can honor autonomy while building intimacy. You can acknowledge scarcity fears without letting them govern you. Love requires risk. But risk tolerance is culturally trained. Understanding that training frees you from mistaking conditioning for character flaw. Closing reflection. Ask yourself, when I love, am I loving freely? Or am I protecting something inherited? When I fear loss, is it personal or historical? If my partner grew up in another country, how does that shape their attachment script? Attachment is not just about childhood, it is about context, and context is national. In the next chapter, we examine career identity and success definitions, because love is not the only place imprint manifests. Your ambition, your burnout, your fear of mediocrity, all of that was shaped too. But for now, consider this. If your country shaped how you attach, what would love look like if you consciously redesigned it? Awareness is the first act of intimacy, with yourself and with others.